Right guys, unfortunately if you've got a weakened pelvic floor, you might find that you've got leakage, got bladder problems, got incontinence, especially when you're doing things like leaping, bounding and jumping. One of the main things that can put the pelvic floor in a compromising position is a squat. So if you're doing a wide squat, you're going to notice that your pelvic floor is going to be quite open. And for someone with a weak pelvic floor, that's not a good thing, that's not what you want. So what we're going to be looking at doing is doing a narrow squat, which predominantly will mean that your heels will need to be raised. That can be via a ramp or via some free weights underneath your heels. And what we want to do is again make sure that the posture is good, going through the breath. So on the way down, thinking about the pelvic floor, taking a deep breath in, then pushing through the heels and contracting the glutes on the way up. So at the top, glutes are squeezed together. Deep breath in on the way down, drawing up from the pelvic floor, from the back right the way through to the front, and then relax. And then one more, driving the chest up. Again, we can add resistance, we can have free weights, we can add some bands. Super. Rather than doing a wide squat, like I said, that's going to be really compromising. A narrower squat is just going to close the pelvic floor and not put it in as much of a compromising position. It's the same with the lunge. So what we know with the lunge is that as we step forward, we're opening up and we're actually putting the pelvic floor in a weakened position again. So what we want to do is we want to actually narrow the lunge and focus about driving from the power muscles, which are the quads and the glutes, pushing through that front heel, driving up and standing up, and again, thinking about breath, thinking about controlling that breathing. Deep breath in on the way down, squeezing those lower abs, keeping your pelvic floor nice and tight, and relaxing, and making sure that you're working your pelvic floor all the way through the range of movement. I hope that helps.